what is your view on equities as an asset class going further?
Just like equities has been, I think, the preferred asset class over the last year and a half, if you look at the sort of returns that have been generated by the equity markets, you're talking about very strong double-digit real returns coming from the equity markets. Whereas some of the other asset classes, such as fixed income, currency, gold, and even real estate in real terms have not really generated as strong real rates over the last year and a half. So equities has been the most preferred asset class, and I think even going forward in the near term, we think that equity markets will remain the preferred asset class. And the reason I'm telling you this is, I think, like I mentioned before, we are in an environment where we are going to see a sharp rise in inflation. We expect inflation to be high single-digit levels by the end of this year, and then move more towards the double-digit levels sometime next year. In the meantime, the central bank has spoken about trying to maintain the interest rates at around these levels in order to not stifle growth. So in that regard, fixed income is still going to probably give you very low real returns or even negative real returns. So in the near term, we think that with the sort of inflationary pressure that you're going to see, the equity markets no doubt is going to be the investment or the asset class that is going to give you the strongest returns. But on the other hand, if you take a more medium to long term view on this, if you look at the budgets that we discussed earlier, if you take a step back and look at the budgets, you'll see that based on our analysis, we think that the trade deficit is going to continue to grow over the next coming few quarters. So to this regard, what we think is that there is going to be more government borrowing that's going to come into play, and so interest rates also can see a much sharper pickup sometime later next year. So in the near term, so with that happening, if interest rates start to see a much sharper pickup, then you're going to see fixed income as an asset class starting to become more attractive, but that's more on the medium to long term. In the near term, I think we still remain quite positive on the equity markets. That's the place to be for you to get your strong double-digit real returns. But in the medium to long term, fixed income is going to eventually be somewhat more competitive as an asset class.